Hello, welcome to the Alikat Workshop. Next job we're going to do is the start of many Ford jobs that we've got booked in. This is for Ford 1972 XA Falcon, and all the trims and mouldings are pretty hard to get hold of, so unless they come off the car originally, sometimes you got to buy second hand and you got to get what you can get, whether they're damaged or not, because they're pretty hard to come by. Some only need basically dent knocking so they can be painted, but the majority of them we've got to clean up the back and clean all the dirt off the back, clean all the gunge, all the sealer that's on the back here, sort out what's easy and what isn't. Some have already been marked with just repairs only. We've got two of these actually jobs in, very similar, and also an XB panel van as well. We've got that one booked in as well. So yeah, gonna have a run on Ford for a moment, I guess. And yeah, let's get sorting through these and see what we can come up with. So yeah, first thing I like to do is to get a Scotch mop on to clean off all the dirt that's on the back. One, because if there is any dirt or any stone, little tiny, debris in the back, if I'm dent knocking, that's actually going to imprint into the metal. So I want to clean that off anyway. Same as clips. I usually take the clips off because it can be pretty dangerous when it comes to polishing. They get caught on a polishing wheel, you'll know all about it. And secondly, you don't want to do a nice front, get all this thing polished, gleaming, and then give it back to the customer with a dirty back, so it's just nice to clean the whole thing up and yeah, make the whole thing fresh. Okay. It doesn't take long. So it's nice and clean on the back now, as opposed to this. Just visibly looks better, and it makes my life easier to work with. And the other thing it does, once it's clean on the back, if there's any dinks that have gone that way, you'll see it, whereas you won't see it if there's dirt. Same with the bigger ones, okay? You can see, all this, if you clean the whole thing off with grease and wax or in your parts washer. Well, I don't have either, so let's do it this way. That's a lot better, and I can already see there's something this way, and on the back there's a dent. Alright, so that's going to help me. Like I said, it's good for the customer because they get a nice clean back as well as a polished shiny front. Okay, let's crack on. So you see how badly shaped this one is, all the way down along here. All that's got to be shaped back into a straight, but I can't do it with all this silicone stuff in there. Alright, so all that's got to come off before we can go any further. The window mouldings are going to be painted black, thank goodness. Problem is with these, they're double skinned, so we can't actually hit any dents out ideally without hitting them a bit harder, but this seam, obviously it goes down around and back over, so it's it can be a bit awkward if you get dents that are right in the center. So we're just cleaning up the end of this where it was all buckled and misshaped, so I'm going to gradually bring that back in. And because they're being painted, we don't have to mirror polish them, but we're just getting them prepped and running a 320 grit disc all the way down. I've already repaired the first one and just linished that one. As you can see, that's got a nice satin finish on there, so that's going to make life easy for the painters. Yeah, it would make life a lot easier if all trims were painted. But this is, I think there's 4 trims that are going to be done the same way, and the rest are, some of them are pretty bad, so we'll show you them as we get to them. Okay. So we do the same trick with the texture, because there are quite a few high spots, but I don't necessarily want to get them out because they may be too high, which means we're taking off material, we're getting thinner and thinner. So you can see not much of that blue is coming off, so that's what we've got to sort out. Okay, let's keep filing and banging and tapping. Even if it is stubborn, it doesn't want to move. That's where patience comes in. Go back again. See, just there. Gone. There you go. It's very satisfying to see the dots disappear. But sometimes then when you go the other way, something else appears. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get that sharp flatness back. And wait for the blood to get back in my hands from pins and needles. Ooh. Okay, so we're on the last one of the non-polished trims, and as you can see, this one has seen better days. So we got to repair all this, which is right where I wish it wasn't. It's curved a little bit here, and we got this little joiner part going on, so there's quite a little bit involved in that one area. So yeah, let's try and straighten it out. What I am going to do is take advantage of that. You can see where this is bent down, I can get a little tool under the end bit at least, so that's good. And there we go. 1972 Ford XA Falcon set of mouldings. The whole lot. And we've got another one exactly the same to do. And an XB panel van. Very similar. And here's what you need to fix a set of Ford Falcon mouldings. Now the worst bit, time to tidy up. Okay, I'll see you on the next one.